Hello everyone, our group will be introducing to you speed stacking. First of all, let us see what speed stacking is all about. The skill that we have chosen is called speed stacking, also known as cup stacking or sport stacking. More than 44,435 schools worldwide use it as part of their PE program. There are even competitions held in many countries, including Singapore. This is a brief classification of our skill. It is a fine, discrete and closed skill. Using the Gentiles taxonomy of motor skills, we have classified speed stacking under 1B. This suggests that speed stacking is stationary regulatory conditions with no intertidal variability. The body remains stable throughout and there is object manipulation. With this information, we were able to better establish our practice and training routines. So why speed stacking? It helps to improve hand-eye coordination and reaction time by 30%. It also increases bilateral proficiency where the right side of the brain is further developed, leading to greater awareness, focus, creativity, and rhythm.
Dessert for me, cause if you want, maybe you know you could work for me. The way you do it causing jealousy, but you don't ever gotta worry about the enemy. They try to do it like you, and they get mad cause they don't do it successfully. They try to copy your move.
哇，我心跳很快耶。
Fitz and Posner 3 stages of learning theory. We will explain how we progress from the cognitive level to the more advanced level. At the cognitive stage, most of us were thinking about the performance of skill. The sequence of stacking had not yet been ingrained into a scene we had to visualize before making our next move. We also faltered many times due to the degrees of freedom problem which had not been restricted and often relied on others for instructions. At the associative stage, we are less dependent on instructions and more reliant on environmental cues. There are fewer errors made as compared to the cognitive stage. The brain is also able to correctly match the signals to the right muscles to produce the action. From the graph, it is evident that there is a decrease in errors for most of us. Although we showed characteristic of autonomous states such as correcting our errors, we have not reached the stage yet due to increase in error and time in retention test. The error could be due to forgetting of sequence and lack of practice time for the sequence to be ingrained. So is there motor learning? Okay. Now, let's take a look at how much progress we have made. We will...
I got broads in Atlanta. She's a lean the family. Credit cards and the scams. Hitting the licks in the van. Legacies, family. Wait and see, they like a panda. Going out like a Montana.
We will use performance outcome measures to assess the level of improvement by looking at the timing and the number of errors made. By referring to the graph, we can see that there is a general decrease in error for most of us. However, there is slight variation for Amanda and Jolene. This variation could be explained with Fitz's law whereby accuracy can be traded off with speed and vice versa. From the time graph, we concluded that Amanda was faster than Jolene. In the error graph, Amanda made more mistakes than Jolene. Thus, Amanda traded off accuracy for time while Jolene traded off time for accuracy. From the graph, it can be seen that everyone, except Vanessa, showed significant improvement from the pre to post test. Because Vanessa has already reached the autonomous stage, in order for her to improve even more, she needs to work on finer motor control movement which requires much more time to practice. Secondly, our graph is negatively accelerate. Our improvement is fast in the beginning, because it is easy for our brain to program the sequence, and by getting the sequence right we managed to cut down on a lot of the time. However, our improvement became slower, because of the same reason as Vanessa, where finer motor control movement is required to limit our degree of freedom. We know that motor learning has taken place as 4 out of the 5 characteristics of skill learning were observed. They are improvement, consistency, stability, and persistence. Firstly, by comparing the difference in timing between the pre and post tests, we can see that improvement has taken place due to the decreasing time taken. Next, referring to our error graph, it can be seen that we were consistently able to perform with less errors by restricting our degrees of freedom using finer movement control. Stability was achieved as even with external perturbations such as background noise and internal perturbations such as stress and anxiety, we were still able to produce results. Finally, all members of the group showed persistence as we were able to withstand the test of time and showed improvement during the retention test as compared to the pre-test. Of course, like any other research, there were limitations to our projects causing our results to be biased towards certain individuals or outcomes. The first limitation is that we all practiced speed stacking in different environments, positions, and for different durations. The location of practice was on the floor for some, while on the table for others. Also, the duration and number of tries allocated during practice differed between individuals. These different conditions could explain why some learned faster than others and the conditions that are favored for improved learning for speed stacking. The next limitation is our individual differences. All of us come from different sporting backgrounds and lifestyles. Hence, this could affect our progression of learning the skill. Due to our differing sporting backgrounds and lifestyles, some of us may already have a prior motor program in us that is similar to that of speed stacking, thus facilitate easier learning. To illustrate, both Hazel and Jack are involved in sports that require wrist movements and hand-eye coordination, similar to that of speed stacking. This could explain why both of them have the greatest improvement with regards to timing. Hazel's timing improved by 36.42 seconds, whereas Jack's timing improved by 33.45 seconds. Another limitation would be environmental factors which cannot be controlled. This includes people crowding around due to curiosity, or other groups practicing their own skill near us, causing distractions for some of us. This could explain the differences in improvement between us, as some people are more affected by external factors compared to others. Lastly, due to individual style and pattern in keeping and stacking, there is a difference in improvement between individuals.
We have come to the end of our video. Thank you for watching, and we hope you will now be more interested in speed stacking. Yes, we know you are. Wink wink.